everybody. Hello. Welcome. I'm Lynn from L&J Goods. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to be creating a beautiful project to get the look of an antique French architectural piece that I found on one of those, fancy schmancy sites. It was like $1,500. That's all. I want to create that look. So welcome in, and we're so glad you're here. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, possibly on our website. So we would always appreciate it if you click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and subscribe over on YouTube. Leave us a comment and let us know what you think of today's project. JR's here with me today. I'm on my own. I'm going to apologize for the delay because I literally started, I think 25 minutes ago setting up. And lo and behold, every single situation that I had going on, YouTube, Facebook, Switcher, everything updated. I had to reset everything, put in passwords, check with other devices. Oh gosh, we love technology, but boy, it can be frustrating, can't it? Well, I am so excited because I love to recreate the look of something vintage, something antique that I can't afford. So what we're going to do is switch the camera down and we're going to get going on this project right now using lots of Iod molds. Let's get us down a little closer and see what we got happening here. And let me see, I am going to quickly check over on Facebook, make sure we're connected, say hi to our friends there, and hopefully we are connected. I think we are. There we are. Hello, Vicki. Long Beach, California. Hello, good morning. Stella and Tommy and Sandy. Sandy would love to come back here and build stuff with you, JR. You're here. Happy to see you too, Deborah. Hi, everybody. And I'm sure over on YouTube, we have some friends over there too. And since I am alone today, of course,
no, you're not.
JR's here.
No, you're not.
JR's here.
Chance is here too.
And Chance is here. But we're in the thick of things. Oh my gosh, look at all of you over on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. I'm going to push that back just a little. We got a new camera situation going on here. And so I am going to do the best I can do. We're good. Okay, so let's talk about what we have here. I actually, I don't know if you'd be able to see this well, but this is a very close-up of one of those pieces that I saw on First Dibs or something like that. Why is this changing so much? Okay, let me tighten that a little more.
That doesn't tighten the swing.
No, I know, and that's the problem. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, you guys, sorry. We got to get this straight. Sorry, I know we've oh my goodness, what a morning, right? Okay, I think we're gonna just make that work. Sorry, it drives me crazy when I look in the screen and it's not straight. But so this is the piece. I'm gonna try to kind of get a very similar look. I know it's hard to see the details, but there is like a little vase in here. There's some flowers, lots of molds going on. So we're going to try to do that. And so I had JR cut a piece for me just to give me a base to lay everything on. And I base coated this with our Casement Fusion Mineral Paint. And oh my gracious, look at all of you. Hello, California. There's Linda in Albany. Hey, Patrice. Megan is good. Megan is actually off today. We give her holidays off. So she is just with her family today. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you some of the things that I have done so far. Base coated, and I don't know if you can see that shininess that's on the surface. I'm going to start to prepare my board with my cracking paste, and I'm going to use the crackle varnish as well. So these are the two components. I'm going to use component 1 for all of my cracking paste base as well. So that's the shininess that you're seeing. Again, that's component 1. It's kind of like a glue. I have this is still just a touch wet. So let's swing it again.
Well, you've got the cord on there. That's half the problem. It keeps pulling on it.
I know. Let me get that up in there. And of course, every one of my devices is not charged. You know, aren't I just the best? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get that dried. We'll let it dry a little more. But what I want to do is show you how I decided that I'm going to lay this out. When I started doing my molds, this is kind of what I came up with. I find this like the best way to make sure that I'm putting things back on here the right way is to take a picture once I get it laid out, and then I'll print that picture so I always have that to refer to. So today we're using a few different molds. We are using the Le Cloche mold. So I'm going to lay that right in here. We'll start to get a feel for how this lays out. And I made a little base here. I'm sure you've seen this done by some of our other creative friends. It's this base right here. So I just used my air dry clay right in here. And then I did this cloche right here, flipped it upside down, but I removed this little top piece. Okay, so that I'm going to lay on here. And then we will start to think about how we can get that whole kind of French country kind of look. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Hi, Mary Jo. Look at all of you over there. It's so good to see everybody. Hi, Annie. Oh my gosh. And then we're going to, hey, Delray. No, Delray, this is actually a piece of pine. What is this, JR? Something you found over at the shop?
Poplar.
Poplar? Okay. So it's probably, what, a ½ inch thick or so?
Yep.
Okay. Now, for my kind of flowers, I'm using Juliet. And then I'm going to slide this aside, and we're going to cast the other side of this. And what I want you to see is I didn't get super particular about how I did my molds, because anything that's crusty and textury and that could potentially chip off or look like chippy paint is good with me. So here's Juliet. Here's the Juliet mold. Oops, I am all over the place, y'all. Let's get this guy up on here. And we're just going to be casting some molds. So I have my air dry clay. I love the idea of taking a picture to organize. Yes, Del Rey, absolutely. It truly does help me, because sure as anything, if I were to just remove all of this, I would kind of forget how I put it all down. All right, so we're gonna dust a little bit with cornstarch here. I'm kind of being random with which pieces I use. So, and everything that I'm doing here is to just hope for ultimately a very, very chippy and crusty look. So I'm going to show you what I mean by the fact that I leave a little extra. I'm not particular about like pulling everything out of the mold. Sometimes I think it's cool to leave that little bit of extra. So I'm not using the micro rim so much to make a perfectly clean back mold. Does that make sense? It will maybe when I pull this out. And then once I get this, I will add what I want and take away what I don't want. And we'll see what happens. I hope everybody had a great weekend. We started really getting things ready for the shop for the holidays, just getting trees put up and doing some decor. I can't wait to give you a shop tour when it's all done. All right, so let's get that nice and flat, and then I'm going to show you what I mean by allowing some of that clay to stick out past the edge. See that? See these little bits here? Like, I'm good with that. Okay, so then we would probably, let's see, let's lay that on here, kind of like that. We'll take that off. And I'm going to pull that rose off. I am ruthless when it comes to these things.
You can always put them back.
You can always put them back just like that. All right. So there we go. And I'm going to put that little rosebud right up there. And there's my floral kind of filling the vase. All right. Then what I noticed in my picture is I have that oval going right around. And as I looked real closely, I saw what looked like acanthus leaves. So I thought, well, let's put some acanthus leaves in here. And where's my acanthus? Right here. This is part of laurel. So I'm going to do that. It looks okay. You can find one of those bases for one of your trees. I hope you find one of the bases for one of your trees. Oh, thank you. Oh, Tracy, thank you so much. I gotta say, like, doing this kind of mold work and recreating the look of an antique that I can't afford is probably one of my favorite things to do. I know it's a little more labor intensive, but I think there's always something really fun to learn with technique, whether you want to apply some of this technique to like making an ornament or whatever. But I was thinking, I might have you cut another one of these, JR, because I was thinking of how cool this would look. Okay, hear me. If we did an oval in the middle, what? A removable oval, and then I could put he's not digging me. But I thought, like, how pretty would it be to put that Santa sleigh in here? So you could take this look and you could make it more holiday. You don't have to put this. You can just create an open area in here and then put in a little oval frame or make it however you want. You could hang a little wreath in there even. And totally do the holidays. I might actually put a wreath in there for Christmas. I think it would be pretty. Okay, so we've got that. And I am going to do some of, let's see, I think some of these guys right here. Did you see the fly? Probably.
No.
Oh, did you kill the fly?
No. But I saw it yesterday or day.
You saw it yesterday? Well, somebody might have seen it. Somebody might have seen it.
And I've yet to buy a fly swatter.
I know, right?
My right hand's the best one I got.
Hey, Shannon, how are you? Shannon, you're with me, girl. You love creating lots of cool texture too, don't you? I do. I love working with these molds and all the cracking stuff and the patinas and just all of that. I said, I swear I could go live, 5 times a week and it wouldn't be enough. Delray said, come on, JR, that is a great idea.
I didn't say I wouldn't do it.
But then Okay, but imagine we could use our just our oval 2-part frame even and put it on just a plain board and then put that on there. There's a lot of ways you can do this. Hi, Barbara. It would be great on a headboard. Oh, absolutely it would. Absolutely. So speaking of patina, is the fly to my right? Where? Oh, geez. I don't know.
Did you name him? Her?
I did not name him. I mean, other people have named him, yes.
How about Shoe?
Shoe fly, right. Okay, so this is from Acanthus, so I think I want to get that going up here. And of course, I'm not going to be able to make this look exactly like...
You can't?
No, this is trimmings. So I'm going to put that there. Kind of lines right up with my vase, right? As luck would have it. I didn't plan it that way. Let's put this one down here.
Are there opposites of these?
There are. I'm going to cast those in just a minute. And we do want to kind of layer these a little bit so that I think we might do this. Don't be afraid to
mush and push.
Mush and push. Remove what you don't need. Pop that in there.
Well, I'm glad I'm still here.
I know, right? Like I would probably layer that right there. So I'm always like playing with this clay. Let's see. Hey, Sheila. You like mine more than the inspiration? How long do flies live? I don't know. I think we're on about the 4th generation of flies right now, or more. That's what I think. Okay, and then we're going to do this guy. Yeah, let me get one of these others. These have been drying for a while, so I don't have quite the flexibility with them. But see how I am so not perfect with these because I want them to look a little bit like crusty and aged. Then I'm going to get my acanthus. This is laurel. And then one of my all-time favorites is acanthus. Anyway, speaking of patina, you guys, for Wednesday's live, here's what I'm doing. I am prepping so that we can do some patina. We're going to do some patina effects, finally. Decorating and cleaning last-minute holiday party you're having Friday night. Oh my gosh. Nina, you're starting early with the holiday parties, right? So everything I've used here is in a collection list, and you'll be able to access that either at the top of the screen or at the bottom of the screen, depending on where you are. Description box for top of the screen. Top of the post, sorry, or in the description box below on YouTube. Okay.
It builds strong fingers, doesn't it?
It does. Boy, I'll tell you what, I'm getting the trifecta of drying stuff for my hands right now. It's like, oh, see, I did the same one.
I thought so.
I do that all the time.
Oh, I do
That's
too.
okay. Well, we'll reuse it. You use the acanthus? Yeah, it's a great mold. Honey, would you be able to get me another air dry clay? Please?
Oh.
You know where it is?
It's out of stock.
It is not. And usually I like to keep my clay kind of all in one piece when I'm putting it into the mold. I don't like to like add extra little pieces. But again, if I can create anything that will encourage a crack or kind of a more rustic look, I'm going to do that. So see how I left some of this on here? I'm good with that. And let's straighten that out. And we're going to make sure we get this right here. I have done a couple of these guys. Thank you, sir.
Did you keep that like in a tub once you open it up?
I do. Well, I put it in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, something.
So I think I want to layer this on here. Maybe. Let me see how I want to do that. Either way, I'm going to need a little riser maybe. We'll see. I mean, obviously, I can't get it to look exactly like my other one. Or the picture.
Did you want me to cut a bigger piece?
No. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. I think that's giving me the look that I want. And I think I'm going to layer, like I'm going to just go ahead and do this. And I'll do this. I think that looks pretty good. All right. I'll have to stand up when I glue all this on here to make sure it's all going in the right direction. This piece right here is from Trimmings 3. This piece here. Okay. And then I think I need one more acanthus for right here. You should have said yes, and you'd have a second one you wanted. What will I use it on? Lori, I won't use it on anything. What I'll do is I will use this just to hang on a wall. I could potentially put it like above a doorway. It just is to create a really pretty panel. I just want a panel. This type of a pediment more than likely would have been at the top of a piece of furniture, or it would have been above a doorway. Now, which one of these do I need? I'm gonna do this one. Yep. How do you see backwards like that and upside down?
I'm sitting backwards. You. No, wasn't it?
Hi, Kathy.
Which one are you doing now?
Right here.
Oh.
Yeah? No, it's this one.
What's that one?
Oh my gosh. Kathy said, give Lynn clay and she'll make a masterpiece. I do love working with the clay. Oh, I started to say it's the trifecta of like dryness for my hands, working with clay. Earlier, I was doing some filming for a DIY video project video. And when I start getting into this time of year, I can almost instantly feel there's a certain day where all of a sudden my hands start drying out.
It's the same way.
You're the same way? Yeah. But, and then working with the clay is very drying, and working with DIY paint.
So what do you use on your hands?
You could see it above a mirror. Oh, people are taking antique beds, cutting the tops, and using them for pediments. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. And then we're going to layer this over here. So where I have a little space here, when I start to glue this down, I'll add a little bit of a riser there. All right. And then the last piece that I did was, and I think I might do one more down here.
Yes. It looks too...
Yeah, yeah. Would you say it looks ugly?
I said that, or you...
Is that what you meant?
No.
No, I know. It looks
Put
a little
words
bare.
in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
Put mouth in my words.
But yeah, I could totally, I swear, to easily, like, you could drill, put a little tack in there, and then just hang just a plain greenery wreath there. Would be so pretty.
So how will you finish this? There's no part
Oh,
of the
there's
project.
a lot to do to finish it. Let's see. And I think what I'm just going to do on the bottom, no, oh, just that little piece, you think? Just to finish it off? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I need that mold wherever it is. Nope. That's not, oh, here it is. Oh, see, it's a good thing I've got somebody here always to keep me in line.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking what that is there. It's got the...
Yeah,
This
you're
is
right,
like
it does.
a cove on here.
It is a
That
cove.
would be a nice mold, too.
A cove molding?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be. I could have had you just put a cove molding on there. Why didn't I think of that?
Well, because it's not the same that's straight across the top with a quick up. It's almost like it was a flat board and you put a medallion on the board.
Mm-hmm. So yes, in the insider group, and many of us have seen it. Was that incredible, those incredible pieces with the patina effect and the rust effect that Lisa from Australia was sharing. So I finally started to play with it. I was going to do that today, and then actually I decided, no, I needed to give it overnight and let that patina take full effect. Just got on. Hi, Jerry. Here, Megan. Yeah, no Megan today. Megan is taking the holiday off.
I know they don't like me. Megan can banter with you. That's what the... Oh, I said they like me. I'm quiet. Looks so nice, honey.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Then I also did this little bow from the Laurel mold. And that's gonna sit right there to kind of tie everything together, right?
That looks cool.
Does your manicure get after you about your hands? Mine tells me to buy gloves. You're just awake and having morning coffee in Australia. Hello, Samantha. Jair said, we love you. You and Chance and Augie. Kathy, you know what? You know, you guys like being here with us just gives me a creative boost. I love to kind of just figure out what can I show you guys today? Because 9 times out of 10, I don't plan it.
Do they do holograms? where you could have holograms of everybody that's here right up above you.
Yeah, it would be nice,
Wouldn't that be
right?
nice?
Well, I think that's called Zoom. So I have to stand up to look at this. Boy, is that pretty. I think I'm liking it. All right, so why don't we start right up here at the top and get my glue out. All right, JR, you ready?
Not. I knew that was coming.
If you want your things to quickly stick, tight bond, quick and thick. Come on. Come on.
Available
at L&J Goods. Oh, my goodness. You got it, mister. You got it.
I'm surprised they've never contacted you for that change.
Well, they do follow on
The company that sells it to you?
Tight Bond. No, Tight Bond. They follow me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys. And so at camp, everybody sang the Tight Bond song. And do you know that I never pushed record when we were
Singing.
When we were singing. I'm so mad.
And you wouldn't make them do it again.
Well, it's too late now. Sandy, JR, I got to sing the Tight Bond song with Lynn in Wisconsin. We did. And you know what, Sandy? I forgot to record it then, too. Oh, me, I'm telling you. All right. What?
It's just all the girls just sitting there watching glue dry, right?
Kind of, yeah. I know. Sorry, you guys. But there's also value in this, too. You didn't push the... No, I didn't, Mary. The second time you guys sang it, I didn't push the record button. Somehow, I got an entire video of, like, the floor, the ceiling. I don't know. I was so mad. Because you guys all sounded so good.
Sounded like a choir.
You did. Yep. So, honey, I think I'm going to start taking down the fall stuff at home. And you know what that means. That as soon as
that
we're
means
done,
I get to watch my fun Monday Night Football while you take stuff down.
Well, we don't have that much fall stuff up, which is good.
Take it out to the fire?
No.
Oh, I was going to have another fire tonight.
You are?
No.
I'm going to take one of these leaves off to give myself a little space, right?
Are you sure you're 100% lined up?
Am I?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I hope so. Am I, you guys? I think so. It looks pretty good.
I'm looking upside down. That's the thing.
But does it look all right?
I don't see your cloche doesn't line up. Here.
No, and I can, I'll play with that.
Before it dries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks pretty good. Again, I'm anal. I get the measuring tape out every time I do stuff like this.
And I'm not like that, so.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm sitting over here and you're sitting over there.
Exactly. No, I think it's looking pretty good. I think it is. Alrighty. Thank you, Cheval Artistic Restoration. Looks good, said Laura. It's perfect, said Jerry. So I'm going to go with it, okay? You never disappoint. Lisa. Hi, Lisa Avery. Hi, my friend. How are you doing? So happy to see you here. Let's start getting this guy down. Now remember that I've already applied my first step of that cracking primer, the first step of the Classic Crackle, component 1. I've already got that on here in some random places. And then I'll add my cracking paste shortly. And I'll also do some classic crackle, I think, over the molds when they dry. So this may end up being something I finish with you guys. Well, I can't finish it Wednesday. We can't finish it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tim Holtz Tuesday. Tomorrow's Tim Holtz Tuesday.
So you do another live tomorrow?
Yeah, it's going to be that way until
Tim Holtz stops selling stuff?
No, just right now because there's so much like
Christmas,
Christmas that we want to do. And so we will. And so we will.
Aren't you glad discovered tight bond thick and quick?
Oh, I love this stuff. It's so good.
I saw somebody when you were looking at reels or videos yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Recognized the bottle.
Oh, Corrine said, JR, I'm so glad you're on live on Veterans Day because that means my husband can watch with you on and off and get motivation to make pediments for me. I love it. All right, I think this is going to be the part that I got to make sure is nice. And
You know a good way to probably do that?
How? Take
Use
a
grid. One of your clear grids.
Oh, that is a good idea. One of my, you know what, JR, that's pretty smart. Can you get one for me? It's in the back, in my, where all the molds and stuff are. There is all of my thin mounts are there. JR, that's really smart, actually. See them? Just over to the right.
Oh. Yep. Like that?
Yeah, maybe that would work.
Even with the you got the oval right on there.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Well, that'll be the last part that I do.
When everything's all glued.
No, I haven't glued that part on yet.
Oh.
Where I want to get the exact oval. Love the Juliet mold. It's so good. See, any little bit of nubbins and this and that. Oh.
So I heard you said you already put this on
I did. Base. See the shiny stuff? I put this kind of randomly. The first component, which is that shiny area. Then we'll add we're going to add the...
That's not bleed through then.
Oh, no. Oh. It's not bleed through. No. Hmm? And even if I got bleed through on this, I don't care because...
No, I wouldn't think you would.
Yeah.
I learn something new every day.
Yeah. So do I. I would say, like, I'm a good idea person, but when it comes to, like, tools and efficient ways of doing things, like, sometimes I'm kind of a lost cause. Just like I would have never thought of that. And what did you do yesterday? And I was like, JR, you are so smart.
Cutting these strips with a paper cutter?
No, it wasn't that. It was something else.
That's Sunday yesterday.
It was something else. And I was like, how in the world did you think of that? Because in my wildest dreams, I would have never thought. He always thinks of like the most efficient ways to deal with things. Oh, I wish I could remember what it was.
Oh, so when I sit and study something for an hour to save a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Not true.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I do study it, though. Make it easier. I can't remember, honey.
I can't either. And it was just like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that?
It's starting to come to me, but I can't remember.
So you're saying I could even lay this on here to make sure that...
It's almost like I'm saying not using the circles, but use the grid.
Yeah.
Find your center.
Yeah.
And then you just count out how many squares you've got from
got
the center.
Yep. So like as I'm putting this kind of in the center here, right? Here's my center. I'm lining it up. Oh, look, it's not lined up. That should be over a little.
Too late now.
Oh, yeah, I might not be able to.
Well, you're giving it some character, mushing it down a little bit.
Exactly. So, boy, that is really smart. See, like, this should be over a little. See that? Maybe I can still move it. I can. I guess it's not that quick and thick.
Well, personally, what I would have done,
yes,
I would have drawn a thin pencil line after you painted this there and there. So you found your, not so much a center, but
not
you found
going back and having to
found
adjust like I'm doing
a
right
focal
now.
point where you can measure off those lines, because you're eventually going to cover them up with paint again anyway.
Right, right. Yeah, you're right. But I think it's good, right? It's good for now. All right, so let me get these glued, and then I'll double check. I'm going to double check with that as soon as I get these on, so I can move it easily.
So, like the next one, it'll be perfect. Because
it'll be so good, yeah. I'll figure it all out this time.
Does that mean I have to cut out more of these?
4 more.
Those are easy.
These are?
To cut out?
Yeah.
Once they have a pattern. It's not a hem board, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Could I have my my
grid?
thing? Yep, my grid. Okay, so if I do this, I want to do it this way, then I can kind of see.
Right, by look. Oh.
Right? So like that one's got to go up a little.
I'm looking to see how that sits inside that circle.
Right.
Come all the way around here. That's one cell sitting outside that circle.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
I wouldn't get crazy about changing everything so much, but it just...
Well, I think this is the most important element you want centered. And you're right. I should have done a mark.
It's aged art is what you're trying to recreate.
Exactly.
The person that did it in an aged era, or whatever you want to call it, wasn't sitting there with a grid pattern.
I bet they were. I bet they at least had a ruler.
Did they have plastic back then?
No, but I'm saying I bet you they had a ruler. Bet they were a little more careful than I am.
Well, right. They're not creating...
Being an artisan.
You're not creating that in a matter of an hour. They're taking days sometimes.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so I want to move this one up a little. Does that look right?
It's better, for sure.
And then this will go over. Because it just does start to...
I mean, you see a laurel on, even like when they would have them on their heads, they fan out a little bit.
But this is good, right? It's good. I've got that nice oval shape. I can even kind of make that a little more.
What makes it difficult is it's unbalanced as far as, no, not that. Your roses are unbalanced.
Should I take this leaf off?
No. I'm not saying anything of that nature. Just flowers aren't symmetrical. So you have a higher grouping here than you do over on the other side.
Rachel, oh my gosh. My husband will do the same thing to me. When I am creating things, he always asks me, why do I work harder and not smarter? And Lisa Avery said, okay, Mike. Yep. Yeah.
High five, guys.
Let's make a little riser right in here. So I'm just going to add some glue, and then I'm going to put a little bit of clay in here because I'm layering over top.
Lisa, say hi to Mike for me.
And then we will add these guys.
So glue will glue to glue.
Mm-hmm.
Or I should say, yeah.
Yep.
Clay.
It's all gonna be fine. Okay.
All right.
Beautiful. Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Whoops, and I just broke that. That's okay.
You can glue it together.
I am. And if it has a crack, that's all the better. Thank you so much, Lourdes. I want the cracks this time. I mean, imagine, just think about this. If I had done all of this with resin, okay, it just would never have the character that I'm going for. It just wouldn't look right to me, you know?
Your sample that you were trying to follow.
Uh-huh.
Plaster?
No, I think, well, maybe it would have been plaster or impasto over wood. I would guess that. You know, like our gold plaster frames.
Right. They carve out the...
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
That guy's going to go there, so I need a little chunk of clay right here. I don't know. Maybe we might have to finish this tomorrow. Because I really, really do want to finish this with you guys. But then what would we do about Tim Holtz Tuesday?
You could do Tim Holtz at night.
Tim Holtz at night? Mm-hmm. We could. Go live twice? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Don't want to bore the girls. Not that they would be bored.
Whoops.
Oh, it's okay. Cracked. It fell on the floor.
Hey, could I have my grid piece?
It's right here, my darling.
Oh, wait, because this should be equal right here. So I'm good. I'm good. I am good.
As you say, should be.
Yeah, right. Hi, Anita. Hi, Cheryl. Neil says, hello, JR.
JR says, hello, Neil.
Neil, look at my incredible manicure. I've chipped off this part. Neil always knows my manicure.
Oh, I just did mine today.
Did I glue the... Oh, I haven't glued those. So this is just going to be gluing and gluing and gluing. Oh, and if some of this even like chipped off, I would so love that too. Like I want the cracks. I want the cracks. I want all of it like that.
Can you blend clay with crackle medium?
No.
Oh.
But what we can do is put that in a Ziploc bag. I should have one somewhere. Just wrap it right up if you could in something. Okay, let me get this on here. maybe what we'll do is finish this on Wednesday, and then we'll do our patina effects on Monday next week. I think that's what we'll do. Then I would feel better about it. I think we got it. I think I got everything. Everything. Okay. Oh, this guy. This is a pretty bow. I saw the funniest. Meryl, who is somebody that's in the insider group, she follows us. Meryl shared a picture from a trip that she had made, vacation in Italy, and showed like some of the bows molds and just beautiful, beautiful like moldings and all of that stuff. And she said, I didn't know that IOD was around in the 18th century. Probably even before then, right? Thank you, Lourdes. Okay, so I've got everything on here. Let me just give this a quick little, just to get a little bit of a crust on this. So would you guys join me on Wednesday to finish this? Then we can let our molds dry completely. I'm going to add some fresco to this as well. All right, so this is the cracking paste. And it's dried right up. Could you get me another one? Thank you. That's what happens when you don't use your things. Now JR is going to have to try to find it. Did you find it?
I was pulling orders. I had a good idea.
Oh, yes, you did. Yep. Okay, so here's some cracking paste, a brand new one. Gotta make sure I take that out of inventory. It's really thick. I use a palette knife, and then I'm gonna kind of spread this on here. Because I want you guys to see what's going to happen when I apply heat to this and it starts to dry a little bit. So I'm really spreading this around to give it, again, just more like chippy kind of texture.
So you can still do the fresco too?
I am. I'm going to add some fresco when my molds dry.
Oh.
I'm going to add some fresco into the paint that I would apply. Like on here, I think, or on here. Like this would be a good place to put it. But then once I get once this is dry, I'm going to give it a base coat of white paint. And then what will I do? Then I will probably do the classic crackle over some of the molds, some of the areas where I have molds. And then use a little bit of fresco texture as well.
In other words, you can see where you put the
because it's
primer.
Very glossy. Yeah, it's really glossy, so I can definitely see that.
I can't see that.
And depending on how thick you apply your cracking paste will determine how big the cracks are. But all of this is just going to add to that wonderful kind of old European look of all that beautiful texture. And I got some over there. Do I have, yep, I got a little bit up here.
So what happens if you put that paste on where there's no medium down below it?
I don't know. I think it might adhere a little bit. I'm not sure. But if it didn't, I'd be okay with that too. If it kind of chipped off, yeah. I'd be good with that.
Looks pretty good from this side.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean as far as
It's first time
even?
it looks. Well, no, as far as I haven't seen it. I've been looking at it upside down the whole time.
Okay. Gotcha. Tap where it says more in the page in your supply list. Hi, Roberta, Gilly, Karen, how are you? JR, are you taking orders for the pediment board? You did say it was easy. He's laughing. He's actually laughing.
Well, here's the thing.
Yes.
That to have, it would have to be out of plywood, which is not
plywood is, yeah.
Because if you were trying, this kind of lumber would be very costly.
Yeah. Well, we use plywood all the time.
Actually, this isn't quite half. It's probably about 7/16. This piece, they're drawer sides.
Oh yeah,
from a big
yeah.
drawer.
Yep. Okay, so what I want to do, you guys, is I do want to show you when I put heat on this. I love the cracking part. Well, I just love cracking paste. So good. I do.
Isn't that what I'm...
Haha, whatever you're trying to laugh about. I don't know. Okay, so let's see if it's going to crack. I think it will. And then the magic starts to happen. Sorry, my head was... This is amazing. Thank you, Cheryl. So we'll finish this. I think you're saying, of course, yes. Maybe that is I'm going to finish this on Wednesday with you guys. How about that? And if I get JR to do another one, I could do just a plain oval and maybe the Santa sleigh in there, or we'll see. How about that? You what? You're not going to cut ovals. I understand. But if you just made another one of these, I could do one as a holiday version. Or just keep it open even.
Unless you let me buy a laser cutter.
No. All right. Oh, okay. So it's starting to crack. See you Wednesday. Perfect. Hi, Susan. Good to see you. Let me see if I can bring this down just a little bit so you can see those cracks happening. Isn't that cool? Oh my gosh, you guys. This is very exciting.
Well,
see it?
Yeah, I do know.
Isn't it so neat? So if you could get me a little fresco, I don't mind. I will at least do my white paint with a fresco, and you guys can see that, how I add that texture. So can you get me a little bag of fresco? It's fusion fresco, or it's yeah.
Don't you have one that's open?
I don't think I do. And I'm seeing another section here. That I want to add some paste to. So, Gilly, does this remind you of something French? She is one of our resident lover of all things French. Oh, okay, what did you use to do that? Can you show me? Tanya, to do what? Lisa said he's, oh, no. Or Lisa Avery said, but he's still not cutting ovals. Maybe Mike will cut ovals. Okay, so see how that's cracking? Isn't that fantastic, you guys? I just love that. Look at these hands. Talk about cracking. All right, so this is Fusion Fresco. And I have some casement paint. And I'll get a little. Oh my gosh, is that neat? So neat. Hold up, guys. Let me grab a cup. And a tongue depressor to do a little mixing. And I'm just going to pour a bit of my casement paint in here. And I'm going to add a little bit of Fresco. This is just going to give it some texture. So I want it like thick and chunky, like brownie batter. Brownies.
Thick and quick, right?
And then I will kind of apply some of this on here. If I even get some on the molds. In fact, I think I'm going to go right over my molds as long as I've got my paint out.
Well, it's almost Wednesday.
It's almost Wednesday. We're almost done. So when you're applying this texture medium that's in the paint, I'm kind of dabbing it on. I don't want it to be, I don't want to spread it out and apply a lot of pressure because then, of course, I would lose all that texture. And that's the last thing we want to do is lose all that texture. And I'm just using a soft brush. I want to be gentle also around my molds that are all soft. And then once this all dries, I will apply that classic crackle 2 components. That'll all crack. Then on Wednesday, we will apply our waxes to finish it. And we probably would have time to move on to something else too. The one with the Santa that JR is going to do. No, actually, I should do the Santa on. I have a really cool actual pediment downstairs that I could use for my Santa mold. I have not used the sled mold yet.
It's a sleigh, honey.
The sled?
Yeah, it's not a sled.
Sled?
It's not a sled. Sleds are what kids ride down the hill.
You're right.
The sleigh is what flies through the air.
A sleigh flies through the This is making me happy. I'm so happy. I love the way it looks. I can even dab a little bit of this on my, even where it's starting to crack, and it's going to be fine. It'll still crack. And of course, as this dries, it's going to shrink up a little bit. And then I'll take a look at it, see if I need to add any more paint anywhere. Okay, we are just about done for today.
Completely?
Yeah, you want, well, we have to go pick up an ice cream bucket.
No, we don't.
We don't?
Because I can pick it up on Wednesday.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have to go to Batavia on Wednesday.
Let me try this. I'm going to very gently just kind of lightly brush over my cracked areas. I don't want to fill it in, but I do want to add just a little bit of white paint over that. These will be fun. Wouldn't this be a fun, like, weekend kind of project thing to do? Just exploring all these different textures. And
that really cracked.
It really did crack. See that? I mean, imagine you could kind of get this, you could do the same sort of technique on a piece of furniture too. Just want to make sure that all of my molds are sealed with paint, because then I'm going to apply the two-part crackle. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is amazing. I might even put a little bit of cracking paste up. No, I'm going to use the regular crackle there. Oh, you guys, I am obsessed with this. I am obsessed with this.
Why did you just peel off your hand?
Glue. Is this the new cloche mold upside down? Yes, it is. I made a vase. Yep. Yeah, I could totally see doing this and maybe even just doing the vase, right? And then leaving this open so you could hang a wreath there. You could
Make a different kind of wreath there.
There's so many things you could do. Look at that cracking. Can you see that, you guys? Oh my gosh. I get so excited about this. So that's the cracking paste, and the Fusion Fresco is giving us so much texture, and whatever's on my fingers is creating a lot of texture too. When I press down in here, check that out. Oh my gosh.
Get the hand lotion out.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we know you'll slay the sleigh. Yeah.
Hey, that's a synonym.
Cheryl said, how about making a paper pattern of the shape of the board, and we can purchase, so we could have someone we know cut one for us. Yes, Lisa, it's kind of the same technique on that reindeer box. You're right. Yep, you're right. Lots of the same products and textures that I'm using. Okay, well that would make it crack on top of crack on top of crack. Yes, Cheryl.
We all have our fair share of those.
Yes, it would be so crackalicious, wouldn't it? It would be so crackalicious. All right, so let me get back here. All right, so I think we're going to finish up. So change of plans. We're going to finish this on Wednesday, and maybe I'll prep another actual pediment piece that I have downstairs that I had put aside to do the Santa sleigh and reindeer. I've already got them ready, so I think we'll do that on Wednesday, and then Monday I'll be sharing how to use our patina effects and the patina paint sets, okay? So thanks you guys for hanging out. We will see you tomorrow for Tim Holtz Tuesday, and we'll check you later. Love you guys. Bye.
Goodbye. That's agonizing. That was agonizing.
Agonizing.